rivalry when they were in college, and we had several guys that also been part of this rivalry. Did you try to impart anything about the Purdue rivalry to them before this game, or does the stakes of the tournament take care of that?
I would say the stakes of the tournament. I mean, these guys already know about Indiana-Purdue rivalry, and they heard it tonight. So they heard it even from last game, just how much Hoosier fans cheer for their teams. So these guys already know what's at stake for us, and they're going to go out and play hard for us.
Yogi, I know you've played with a few of these guys before, but how have you kind of gone about trying to build some team chemistry and get guys kind of organized just as on there?
Yeah, I mean, for me especially, I'm just trying to get in the paint and create. That's the biggest thing. I know guys are going to be in the right spots, but I got to get in the lane and create. And we've got a great group of guys that love to share the ball, and they feel confident in themselves. So it's actually been pretty easy to create chemistry with these guys.
Yogi, you haven't played with Jordan for like 11 years, I guess. I mean, what has that been like to kind of all of a sudden reunite and be on the court with him even?
Yeah, we actually didn't get on the court together, but
my bad.
But yeah, I got Jordy a lot of threes in those corners, man. So maybe we can get him one coming next game.
I guess defensively, opponents scored like 24 less than Friday night. What do you guys think was sort of the key to being better on that tonight?
I would say just a lot. I think we were talking a lot more tonight. Great job from our bigs, telling us what to do, what coverages we wanted to do. They were great defensively, active hands, and we all listened to our bigs, and we bought in defensively. I'm down there talking as the last man, telling guys where to go, and we tried to make it as hard as possible for them in the half court.
Coach, you've been through a lot of these. You've been with this team now for 2 games. Kind of, what's your assessment of where they're at and what needs to improve to make it to the finals?
Yeah, TBT is hard. You come into the first game completely blind. You have really no sense of what you're going to face on the other side. And we got through that game, sort of, survived some tough runs and that kind of thing. And we talked about it after the game. The key to the tournament is to stack, the learning moments, one on top of the next. We did some good things today, much better than we did in the first game, especially on the defensive end. And we'll stack that onto what we were already doing well and go into game 3. This team is as talented as any team we've coached in the TBT. We've had some great runs in the TBT. There's no reason why this team, if we continue to stack like that, there's no reason why we can't end up in Philadelphia playing in the Final Four.
You mentioned the crowd, and you're always going to get a good pro IU crowd here. Did it feel different tonight with a pro Purdue crowd there across the gym, kind of back to it?
No, I say we showed our pride a little more than they did, which as is expected. Indiana fans are everywhere, so really thankful for them for showing out, and playing in front of them is just bringing back a lot of memories.
Did it feel like a different atmosphere tonight, though, with both of those rivalry crowds here, as opposed to maybe what you guys experienced on Friday?
I would say so a little bit. Yeah, I mean, just the crowd cheering for the other team and trying to get them riled up. So, we know how important this rivalry is, so it was just fun at the end of the day.
So, how was it felt for you just wearing the IU colors, and you guys got to go back to Bloomington and train for a little bit? What's that like for you?
Man, it's been pretty fun. Just talking with Jordy and CWA just about memories and stuff, and even putting on the candy stripes, man. I got chills from that first game, and if I could do it all over again, I would.
What does Miller bring to this team coming straight over from the NBA Summer League?
Miller got off a flight 10 minutes ago. He took a red eye. He was supposed to take a red eye that was supposed to land at 10 o'clock this morning. It was delayed twice. He's got, and I really honestly didn't plan on suiting him up tonight. I thought we'd have to wait until game 3. So when we got there, he showed up here during the Butler game, and I was sitting up, scouting the game, and he came behind me and said, "I'm ready to go." So we caught him up real quick on some of the actions that we've been working on, and we sat up there with a whiteboard. Miller's a very, very smart kid. He absorbed it immediately, and I felt comfortable putting him in the game. He played very well considering the circumstance.
How's Jawan doing it?
Yeah, he bruised It looks like a bruise on his tricep. His shooting arm, his right arm, he shot 2 free throws left-handed and, barely hit the rim. I didn't know he got hurt until after he took those free throws. Then coming out of the half, he said it felt a lot better. He wanted to give it a shot. One of the IU doctors is here, took a look at it, said it's a muscle bruise of some sort and it's fine to play. He was limited, so I just felt like we have a lot of good players, and we were lucky in that way. And just felt like other guys could serve us better than a one-armed Jerome Morgan.
Yogi sounds like a homecoming for IU guys. Have you heard from past teammates more just over the last week or so?
Not so necessarily. I think we probably will when we get to Philly, so we gotta make sure we get there.
There's been a bunch of guys though that have reached out were at the game on Friday, looking for tickets. Guys he played with, Juwan's group, and a bunch of the current IU guys keep showing up and want to be around. We've been practicing at Cook Hall in Bloomington, and their team, IU's team is currently practicing too. We get to see those guys a lot, and it's been that's for me anyway. That's made it a lot of fun. It really, you could get a first-hand look at the IU basketball family sort of all together, several generations of guys.
Yeah, for kind of following up on that, obviously you're a little bit removed from IU space, but just now you're in it. How's that been?
Been in it for 10 minutes. If you're ready to adopt me, I'm ready to be adopted. Look, I was here in Bloomington a lot when Yogi was playing here. I was Will Shee's high school coach. I came here on Will's visit with him and probably attended, 30 or 40 games. Haven't even talked about this with Yogi. My first game, my first game of Will's sophomore year, which was Yogi's first year, I sat next to his dad at the game, and that was cool. That was great. And I've been an IU fan since. And when this opportunity came up to coach an IU team, even though I'm not an alum, I feel like I've been part of the IU from a distance, part of the IU basketball family for a long time. I've always been welcomed by the various coaching staffs and everything else. So it's been awesome. I mean, it's crazy to me that you walk down the street in Bloomington and guys that played 10, 12 years ago, can't walk down the street without signing 50 autographs, and everyone wants to take pictures with them. I've been to a lot of college basketball towns, big college basketball towns, and I'm not sure I've ever seen anything quite like Bloomington. It's really that great.
Let's do one last question.
Yogi, if you make it to Philly, I believe your college career ended in Philly. If I'm remembering right,
It did.
A little
I think
bit
you're
of
right.
a chance for redemption there, right?
Yeah, gotta get a redemption, man, and try and get $1 million, man. It'll be fun. We gotta get there, take it a game at a time. We'll watch film, we'll get better. We'll be a lot better next game.